Okay, so for the chuck close exercise, you can't print this image out that we've got on the Google Classroom. For whatever reason, you haven't got a printer that enables you to do it. So I'm going to show you how to set up this exercise yourself, just using a photograph of a person that you found from a magazine or so on. So that will help people who can't print. Now, just put that up there. I found this image in the Good Weekend, and luckily it's already half cut out, which is really cool. So I'm going to use this version to show you how to set it up and get it measured off and so on. So I've already gone over and I've put lines in for me to cut. Now I've measured that out there. That's only 5 centimeters, but that'll be fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my face. Now the first thing you're going to see is it's going to be quite a bit smaller, but that's fine for this task. Doesn't have to be big. Might make it a little bit harder because you've got to work in more detail, but that's fine. It's just another way of doing it. And I'm going to cut that there. There we go. So I can see the line. Black on black's a bit hard to see, isn't it? So I'm just going to cut over there. It doesn't matter too much. Get this bit out of the way. Now, there's my image. Okay, I'm going to cut down there now, and I'm going to get it ready to roll. So first obviously, I will need my sketchbook, my process diary. So there's my process diary. So I'm going to very carefully, and this bit does have to be pretty careful, I suppose, cut down here. There's my half image. Now, a bit of glue. Depends what sort of glue you've got. You can use this as a clear PVA. So I'm just going to put a couple of dots on this. I don't want to put too much on it because I don't want the paper to get soft and soggy, because I'm going to have to rule over it. That should be enough. It's just going to hold it, stick it down. So just flip that over there. I'm just going to put it carefully in the centre of my page. Okay, there we go. Now, just slide my ruler over it just to flatten it down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the lines along the top. So there we go. I'm going to now grid up the photo. Now I'm going to use a texter for this. Felt tip pen. It's a bit darker and easier to see. You could use your pencil, it's up to you, but I'm going to do it with a felt tip pen. So I'm going to start again, like I did from the chuck close one, where you saw that from the centre. But these are only done 5 centimetres. It's a small image, so I'm going to actually do these as 1 centimetre squares. So I can rule down here. Now it's hard to see on them, so I might have to go back over. Just make it so it's easier to see. Oh, that's better. I was using the side of my pen, not the top. As I said, pencil's fine, even a biro. I'm using a felt tip because that's actually what was just sitting on my desk. Now I'm going to work from this point here. I have no idea how tall that is, so I'm always going to measure down from the top. Okay, it's 11.5, so I'm mostly going to leave the bottom one off. Now there's another little trick you could use here if you're going to do your lines in pencil, and I'll just point that out later. I'm just going to... There we go. And I'm just going to carefully rule across. So there's my gridded up drawing. I'll show it closer to the page, you might not be able to see it real well. So I've gridded up 1 centimetre rectangles or squares on this one, and I'm going to repeat that on the other side now. Now here's where I go to pencil. Now, as I said, that's 5 centimetres. I deliberately measured that as 5, so I'm going to sit my ruler at 5 on the join. Do the same here. And now I'm going to turn it round, measure from the top. That was my reminder where I measured, and same down here. And I'm going to rule them now. I can lay it all the way along here if I want to, which is mostly not a bad idea, so the line appears to continue. And so there we go. I've gridded up my image. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to begin drawing, and I'll start with I'd start maybe with this one here and work my way along. Now, what you could have done, if you were going to use pen or pencil all the way, you only had to measure there and rule all the way through. But for this exercise, because this is so dark, I needed to use biro or texture of some sort. Okay, so that's how you can do it yourself. Smaller than the example I've got, so you're going to work finer, but just as effective. Don't worry about being tidy around the edges there and having the lines coming through. That's fine. It's not what we're looking at, and that should help you if you've got to go from scratch yourself.